guys, I'm about to leave Charlotte Pike. You know, I've been here before, but it was not this part of their property. It was on over there somewhere. So, boy, this is a weird setup, man. You have to come into this lot and drop your trailer. I mean, you have to check in over the CB, and the guy will tell you what trailer number you're picking up. You have to find it, and then you have to drop your trailer anywhere you can in here, swap out your stuff, and then bobtail on around over that way somewhere, about a half a mile, and just park in the street. It's a weird setup. I guess they own all this property around here, but still there was traffic all over the place. Anyway, you park in the street and walk through a gate, go pick up your paperwork, and then come back and do your securing and all. So anyway, here's the load going to Lexington, Kentucky. Got 3 straps on the back, 3 straps on this section, and then I got these pallets of like pieces of pipe, connector pieces. So I climbed up there and kind of made sure they were tucked down in the pallets good, because they were just kind of piled up there, and I put edge protectors on them just for a better grip. Got a strap on each one of those, and then 3 in the front. So that's what we got, and I believe I'm supposed to deliver this tomorrow at 11 a.m. So really I'll only have to drive a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours this afternoon, and I'll be good for tomorrow. So there's some more of the yard. There's a Prime guy and a Jordan guy picking up. All right, anyway, let me hit the road. Okay, everybody. Hey, I just stopped, did a load check back there, back in North Carolina. You know, I left Charlotte, went into South Carolina, cut across there, and then back into North Carolina. Thought I'd show you some of these hills. If you've never seen a hill this big, there you are. So I've got a pilot picked out in about an hour. I've got just over 2 hours of drive time left. So that's the plan. Got about 57 miles to go. This load delivers tomorrow at 11 a.m. Lexington, Kentucky. So I'll still have about 4.5 hours or so to go tomorrow. And from Lexington, you know, my bet would be they'll send me to Gent, Kentucky, where I was at last week. There ought to be some loads coming out of Gent on a Friday that'll get me home. But you just never know. Man, I tell you, coming through South Carolina on 85 South, there was a long stretch of I-85 where the speed limit was like 45. They were doing road construction. Gosh, probably for 25 miles. So that was kind of slow. All right, well, that's all I got for now. More later. Good morning, everybody. Paperboy Trucker back at you. Been on the road for about 2.5 hours. It's about 10 till 8 Eastern time. I was in the northern part of North Carolina when I shut down last night. Started this morning. Had a pretty tough drive. through there, you know, on I-26 through the mountains in the dark, kind of foggy, you know, slow driving, especially being loaded. But just came around Knoxville, got on 75. Now I'm headed north toward Lexington. Got about 2.5 hours to go. Just thought I'd give you a little footage now that the sun is up. And you know, last night when I was looking for a place to shut down, I picked out a pilot. But then I stopped at a rest area to do a load check and got on the pilot app just to check that pilot out, and it's a real small one, only 50 parking spots, and they didn't have any reservable ones available. So I was like, oh man, and I was still about 30 minutes from there. So I thought, man, I'm not feeling too good about that, you know. And it was probably going to be about 6:30 when I got there, maybe even a little later. So I ended up stopping, got off the freeway, I don't know, maybe about 20 miles prior to that pilot at a TA. You know, I don't stop at TAs very often. But stopped at this one, and the weird thing about TAs, at least the few of them that I've stopped at and dealt with, is they have about 60%, it seems, of their parking spots, you know, are reserved. You have to pay for them. And at this place it was 20 bucks. And you know, then they have, I'm gonna guess, you know, like 40% of their spots are free. But the way they do it is, the free spots, they're hard to get into a lot of times. You know, they're angled so that you have to blindside back into them. It's like they do it on purpose, so you'll pay for a spot that's easier to get into. So anyway, there was a couple of spots, maybe 3 spots available, free spots available, but they were, you know, blindside back and just real tight. And with this loaded trailer, I just opted to go for a paid spot. So I got into a spot, no problem, went inside to pay, begrudgingly, 20 bucks. And as the lady was ringing me up, I said, does that 20 buck spot come with a shower? And evidently she was kind of new, and she kind of said, no, I don't think so. And then she asked another lady, an older lady that was more experienced there and been working there a while, I guess. And so this older lady kind of looked at me, and I gave her kind of a sly look back, you know, and I said something about the, you know, free shower with a parking spot. And at the same time, this other clerk was asking me my information, you know, like phone number, make of your truck, color of your truck, last name, you know, all that kind of stuff. She's trying to fill out a form in her computer to print me out a parking receipt. And I told her my last name, Forrest. So then the older lady that was helping her, she kind of was like, Forrest? Uh-huh. Well, you better run, Forrest. All the trouble you're causing, you know. She kind of went into Forrest Gump mode. So I started, you know, playing the Forrest Gump game with her. Oh, it was kind of funny, really. I mean, Forrest Gump's always funny. So anyway, to get to the end of this story, she ended up, now to get a shower, by the way, was $14. So to get a parking spot and a shower was going to be 34 bucks, which I was not going to do. I was just messing with them, trying to see if I could get a shower. And sure enough, she went in the system and gave me she gave me a free shower, which I was very grateful and thankful for. Real nice showers too. Anyway, so that all worked out pretty good. I didn't feel so bad about paying 20 bucks for a parking spot. So yeah, that worked out all right. But you know, that stretch of road there where you're going through the mountains, there's just not a lot of places to stop. And I remember when I first hit the road as a new driver with Maverick, I had picked up a load over in that same area and was making that same trip back through the mountains, just trying to get as far as I could, you know, had time on my clock. And ended up, after dark, you know, searching around for a spot, couldn't find one, and ended up having to just get off the freeway there onto an off-ramp and park it on the, you know, a graveled spot off the side of the road there, off the ramp. Not a good place to be, but you know, I was desperate. I may have already been out of time, I think, so kind of learned my lesson there. Anyway, it worked out pretty good last night. So got a couple more messages last night from people that have applied at Maverick. I'll kind of go over that later when I get more time. At this point, you know, it's almost 8 o'clock. I got 2 hours and 20 minutes left, so you know, my delivery appointment's at 11 a.m. So I'm in good shape, but I'm looking to stop in about an hour at a Love's up ahead, and I got to get fuel. So that's the plan. Just giving you a look at some of the beautiful Tennessee mountain scenery here. Alright guys, more later. Alright folks, I've arrived at my customer, Ferguson Supply, here in Lexington, Kentucky. Just about to enter their shipping and receiving area. See what we can find back here. Looks like a big plumbing supply company. I think I've delivered to a Ferguson Supply in North Little Rock. So I guess it's a chain. Guess I'll park and get out of this fella's way, and then see if I can find somebody to tell me where I need to be. I see some of the product I'm hauling over here to the left, so there's a guy on a forklift. He's giving me a thumbs up just to stay here. So alright guys, I'll show you more in a minute. Okay guys, so here's what's left of the load. Got all my straps off. He's already started unloading. There's a shot of him unloading part of it. You mind if I film you? I have a YouTube channel.
Good, yeah, I don't care.
There he goes.
I don't look good on camera, though.
Okay. He said he doesn't look good on camera. Oh, he's a nice, helpful unloader. You can see he's got about more than half of it off, but they got the plastic pipe, cast iron, anything for your plumbing needs. So anyway, yeah, he was real helpful. He helped me kind of pull my straps off the trailer. Not everybody helps, you know, but this guy was real nice about it. There he is. Oh. Okay, so they've already sent me my next load, picking up in Jeffersonville, Indiana, which is just on the north side of Louisville, at a Steel Dynamics plant. and it delivers tomorrow in Northwest Arkansas. I'll tell you more about that later. All right, everybody, so I've gotten unloaded, got my paperwork, sent it in, drove around the back of the building and turned around, trying to get out of here. This other driver that's going to be on my right here in a minute, he saw me out with the camera filming some of the unload and talking to John, my unloader, and he looked me up on YouTube and recognized me. So I think that's probably the first time anybody's ever done that to me out here. There he is, sitting over there in that bronze colored truck. Alright, so like I was saying, my next order is a pickup at Steel Dynamics in Jeffersonville, Indiana, which is basically Louisville, about 76 miles from here. And it delivers tomorrow in Tontitown, Arkansas, which is up around, you know, Rogers and Fayetteville, Northwest Arkansas. So I've had that haul a time or two before. It could be little coils, like 6 of them that you have to build cradles for, or it could be skidded coils. It's a place that makes like aluminum siding products. Anyway, let's get going.